Hey everyone, it's your girl Aaliyah, aka Nubian Queen, with another video for the Growth Zone. Now, behind me is a building rooted in legacy, and to the side is a river that never stops moving forward. And today, I sit in both, while honoring the woman that I was, and also acknowledging the woman that I'm becoming and who I'm meant to be. Now, before we get started in today's message, I do want to just acknowledge those who feel trapped, silenced, dismissed, and disrespected. But whether your name is in the headlines like Cassie or you are going through those moments behind closed doors, I just want you to know you're not alone, and I believe you. You deserve to feel loved, you deserve to feel safe, and you deserve to feel peace, all without harm. Now, whether you're still trying to figure it out, whether you haven't left yet, your story isn't over. So just know that some of us are standing outside the fire, holding the door open when you're ready. So yeah, we'll be right here waiting. So with that, let's get started in today's video. Now, as you guys know, I do love to pull a nice card before we start. Now, just to kind of set the mood, like I know I have the topic for today, but I always like to hear a little bit from Spirit, because they guide me on everything. So let's see what all they have to say. All right, guys, so we got bugs everywhere. So today's card, luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius. I'm not going to get into this right now. I'm going to save this for the end because I feel like this is going to tie everything in together with what today's message is. So today, this is a continuation of the video of navigating through the chaos, how to stay calm through it all. Because I realized yesterday, last video, which was yesterday, that I talked about it, trying to survive and keep your head up when things just aren't what you really want them to be right now. And when I was sitting there thinking about it, looking over the video, I realized I never really actually told you guys how I did it. I mean, I did, but I didn't really go into detail on what my steps were. So that's what I'm gonna do today. This is a continuation of that. So you don't have to watch the first one. It is a nice little pep talk, some nice little analogies. But I would appreciate it if you watched it. But anyway, so first things first. Like I talked in the last one, I lost my job. Very suddenly, very unexpectedly, no income coming in. Normally, I just would freak out, Oh my gosh, I've lost my job. What am I gonna do? Oh, things are getting hard. The air is not airing what it needs to air. Life is not life like it should be life right now, That's what I could do. I could have freaked out, but I didn't. I breathed. That's it. You breathe. You don't know. You don't fix. You feel. Don't panic. But it's okay to acknowledge that fear, that anger, that sadness. I acknowledge that. I recognize that it's a scary situation. Like, I got bills I gotta pay. They're gonna be coming in. Just because the money stopped don't mean the bills gonna stop. So what's gonna happen? I let myself cry it out. Well, I didn't really cry it out. Mostly because of where the space I'm in, but it's okay to cry it out though. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be pissed. It's okay to be like, you stupid. Like, how you gonna let me go? I've been the best worker you had. You gonna let me go? Even if it's a breakup, a guy cheating on you. You'd be like, oh, you really doing this to me? The audacity? Me, the person that I am, the woman, the man, the being that I am. You did this to me. You can be angry. You can cuss. You can scream. You can yell. Let it out. Acknowledge that emotion. Breathe it out. But don't hold on to it. Let it go. And while you're doing that, ask yourself, what do you need right now? What would love do? And sometimes love is screaming. Sometimes love is crying. Sometimes it's going for a walk, getting a drink of water. But don't numb it away. Because when you decide to shut down and just not acknowledge the emotion and just pretend like everything's okay, it's gonna come back and bite you in the butt. You're gonna look up and you're gonna have a mental breakdown because you decided you didn't want to feel those feelings. See what I'm doing? I'm drinking water. Mostly because I'm thirsty and it's hot here in Arkansas. But sometimes that's what you gotta do in those moments also. So allow yourself to feel it. Don't judge yourself because you want to cry about your situation. Don't judge yourself because you're angry about it. No, don't even judge yourself if you're feeling happy about the situation. Some of those chaotic situations, you look up and you find yourself laughing. Don't judge yourself because the first reaction was to laugh about it. It's okay. Feel those feelings, but let them move. Don't stay stuck. Don't hold on to it. Don't dwell on it. But let it run its course. Breathe in. And breathe out. Everything will be okay. You will be fine. Do what you need to do in that moment. And speaking of doing things in that moment, breathing it in, this gets us over to our next topic. So, after you've breathed through those emotions, it's time to get into grounded action. So, this is where we're not going to be frantic. We're not going to panic. We're going to do little things that we can do. So, like for me, after I breathed, I got angry. That shed maybe a tear or two. I refocused my mind. I told myself that the emotions aren't permanent. The situation isn't permanent. I thought about little things I could do in that moment. So I decided that the first thing I was going to do is reach out to friends who could help. I text a couple friends and family members my situation, just told them, hey, straight up, I need help. I lost my job. Direct me to anybody that y'all know that can help me. Any job openings, whatever, send them my way because I need some type of income, right? I text old bosses because I don't believe in burning bridges at all, nowhere, no matter what. Even if it's a job I hated, I still might need to go back to it someday. I don't know, but I'm not going to burn any bridges. So I'm just going to hold on. I'm going to text people that I need to text. I'm going to get online. I'm going to look at job listings. I'm going to make a list of things that I'd be interested in doing. Like if I just want to do clerical work or healthcare or anything like that or whatever, I'm going to make a list. And then I decided once a day, I'm going to go on and I'm going to apply to one of them. Before doing that, though, I did have to go in and update my resume so that it can be, accurate for where I am right now. But after that, I decided, okay, I'm going to apply to one job a day. I'm going to put myself out there. I've got people on the outside helping me look, and I'm doing my work that I need to do right now. So making practical steps. I'm not panicking about it. I'm not getting stressed. I'm just taking the steps that I know I can take. Because even though I can't control the situation, I can control what I can do. And this is something that I can do. That's it. That's it. I just do what I can, right? Because that's all you can do. You can't beat yourself up and then also keep checking your email. I mean, you can. Don't get me wrong. You do need to check your email to see if you got some hits. But
Don't sit there and obsessively refresh all day. You're sitting there looking like, okay, nothing. 10 minutes later, refresh again, nothing. Okay, 10 minutes again, refresh, nothing. It's not gonna do anything. You're stressing yourself out, man. Dang, the car flew away. It's okay, we'll go get that here in a minute. Now. So, relax in it, man. You breathe through the emotions. Because it's a process. So when you do that, those emotions are probably gonna come back. So again, breathe, feel it, and let it go. You've done what you could. You took the steps you could take. You can't control the situation, but you can control what you do, and you can control how you feel. Let that be enough. Allow yourself, you have to consciously put yourself in that state. You're not gonna immediately feel it. So you have to literally tell yourself, I'm not gonna freak out. I'm not gonna panic. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna update my resume. I'm gonna tell some friends what's going on so they can help me. Because you also can't do it alone, man. We gotta stop thinking that we ain't got nobody out here to help us. If you got friends, like, you gotta know if you got some good friends. Like, if you're hanging around them, they gotta be good. If you can't call on them, then why do you have them as friends, right? But there are people out here willing to help us. Even down at, like, DHS office and some of these work buildings, there are some really nice people that are really trying to help you succeed in life. So even reaching out to those types of resources can go a long way. So take those practical steps, do what you can do, and then go from there, right? Now, on to the next topic, or the next discussion, I should say. Next step, choose your frequency. So we're not going to pretend like everything's okay, but we're also not going to let chaos dictate our frequency. So we're not going to sit here, scroll through TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, trying to look for proof that everything will be okay. You have to step into that frequency that things will be okay. You have to consciously choose it. You have to vocalize it. The Delulu is the Salulu. So even if you don't fully believe it right now, you even just saying every day, waking up and saying, everything will be okay. It's hard, but it will be okay. So putting yourself in that frequency and choosing that one rather than the one of things are hard, my lights are gonna get cut off, my car is gonna be repoed, I'm gonna lose my house. I could also choose the opposite frequency, which is I'm gonna find a job before my car note is due and before all these other bills are due next month. I'm gonna be able to pay everything on time. Things are gonna go normal. Everything's gonna be fine. And no matter what your situation is, so if it's like you're in an abusive relationship, that's a very hard one. I'm not even gonna pretend to know how you guys do it. You are strong men and women who can go through that. You really are. You really are. You may not think you're strong, but you are the strongest person. I just want to put that out there real quick. But like if you're in that situation, you're still trying to figure out what you're going to do. You're still trying to figure out what you're going to do. That's strong. You're in a frequency of fighting, knowing that you deserve better. And that's also another frequency to tap into instead of sitting there and being afraid. Even though it's easy to sit there and be afraid and allow it to happen, you can also choose to say, I deserve better than this situation. I deserve better in life. And then putting yourself in that frequency of getting those things that you deserve, getting that happy ending, getting a new job, getting out of that abusive relationship, leaving that toxic job. Because some of us get in those jobs where it's like, this ain't it. The people here ain't right, you know? So even just that, like getting in that frequency of I deserve better and I'm going to get better and things will be all right. This is not permanent. That changes that frequency. So you have to choose what frequency you're going to live in and stay committed to that.
You have to consciously choose it. It's not going to be like a thing where you wake up and magically feel it. You're still going to be afraid. Those emotions are still going to be there, and you're still going to have to breathe through it. And you still make your practical steps. But by doing all of those 3 things right there, those first 2 really help you choose your frequency, because you see in action, in feeling, where you're headed. It's easier to live in that frequency, especially when you take those first 2 steps. Get your emotions under control and figuring out what you're gonna do, the little practical steps that you can do. So if it's being in an abusive relationship and you're trying to figure out what you're gonna do to get out, you know your situation, you examine it, and you see what little things you can do. If it's just packing a little bag, stashing it away, that's the first step. That's a step that you did. Even if it's coming up with a plan in your head, that's a step. That's something you did. That's something you took control of. And then doing all of that, like I said, you're able to tap into that frequency of your desired outcome. You're choosing that best timeline. You're tapping into the frequency of that best timeline. So, step number 3. Now, on to the last and final step. All right, so the final, most difficult step, I'd say, that a lot of us struggle with is trusting in the divine alignment. Yeah, it's just trusting in God. Letting go, trust God. Yep, that's the last step, because you've done everything. You've processed your emotions. You're breathing through it. You've taken your practical steps. You've consciously chose the frequency that you're going to be walking into and living in. So now all you can do is just trust God. Trust that it's going to be handled. Like I said earlier, you're not double checking your email every 10 minutes. You're no longer searching for proof that things are going to be okay, because you choose and consciously believe it's going to be okay. And you believe that God will work it all out. So that's all you can do. Let go, let God. Everything's going to come when it needs to come. Things are going to work out how it needs to work out. But you got to trust that universe, God, source, your ancestors, your divine kin, they're going to come through. You've done all that you can do. So relax on it. Now you can take your daily steps. Like I said, I'm putting my application and doing everything I need to do, applying for jobs daily, but just let go and let everything happen as it's going to happen. You've done your part, and just let God handle it at this point. Now, on to the card for today. So, like we pulled earlier, luck is on your side. And this is very fitting for today's message because, like we said, we're navigating through chaos. It's scary, it's stressful. Things in life are not going how we want it to go right now. But this is a sign that things are going to turn around. And like I always do, I'd like to read you guys the meaning of these cards. And again, this is from the Moonology Oracle deck. I do love these cards. So if anyone wants to gift me any, I'd greatly appreciate it. You know, I love these cards. They're really insightful. They help me speak with spirit more. You can even get it yourself. If you need to sit down and talk to spirit, you want to know what message you need for the day, I love these. Love them. They're my daily confirmations from my guides on what the mood is, right? So getting into it, it's the new moon in Sagittarius. And so whatever is coming your way, it looks set to put a smile on your face. The new moon in Sagittarius can mark the restart of fun after a period of feeling low. Okay. Because like I said, when I pull these cards, they're not only just for me, they're for you guys also. So if you're reading this, you need to hear this too. Well, if you're watching this, you need to hear this too. Well, you could be reading it. Anyways. So the energy is adventurous and even willing to take a few risks, but be careful you don't bet the farm on something here.
as the Wheel of Fortune is still spinning. This card is about exploring life metaphorically by exchanging big ideas with others or just thinking about your own philosophies. Perhaps it's time to change your mind about something important. It can also signal that a trip is coming up. If that's something you're working to achieve. But the overall message of this card is that whatever happens next will be some sort of gift, even if that simply means widening your worldview. Now, the affirmation for this card is count your blessings literally. Write them down or say them out loud. That does also help when it comes to these chaotic moments. That's something I also did. I wrote down all the things that I'm grateful for, or I thought of all the things that I'm grateful for in this moment. Like, yes, even though I lost my job, even though things might be a little stressful at the moment, I'm still grateful that I still have the roof over my head. I still have friends that can help me. I still have my lights on. I still have my internet. I still can smile even through all of this. Even outside of the material stuff, I can still smile and be grateful for the things that I do have. So there is that. Now, additional meanings for this card, you need to laugh more. This is a wonderful time to start a course of teaching or study. Don't be narrow-minded, or start a week of gratitude practice via Facebook, a journal, or a blog. So, I got an idea. I'm gonna finish this before I get into it real quick. So, the teaching of this card. Sagittarius is the sign of fun, travel, exploration, and the great cosmic quest. It's the sign of big ideas. Its energy is expansive, upbeat, lucky, and divine. The new moon in Sagittarius excludes all this, as this card does this card whenever you draw it. Nothing is set in stone with Sagittarius, and an optimistic energy could attract all manner of good things if you tap into the energy by expecting the best. That frequency, like we talked about earlier, tapping into the energy by expecting the best. So, choosing that frequency that everything is going to be okay. Being grateful for what you do have right now, breathing through the chaos, taking your practical steps, trusting in the divine to handle the situation. Luck is on your side, but that frequency, it dictates everything. When you live in that chaotic one, you let chaos dictate it, hey, that's the outcome you're gonna get. But if you consciously choose the other one and let the divine, let God, let spirit, universe, whatever you want to call them, do their thing while you take your practical steps, it'll work out. Because universe has no choice, God has no choice but to make your life match the frequency that you're in. So right now, while we're talking about all this chaos, let's go ahead and do what it said. Write down what you're grateful for in this moment. Right at the top, whatever it is that you're stressed about, right? And right under that, write down everything that you're grateful for right now. The things that you feel blessed about. For me, I named mine. I am grateful that I'm sitting here in the park right now. I got the time to sit here and talk to you guys. Oh, and look, it's a little, it's a bird. That's just a regular little bird. Oh, but they're all getting closer. They're hearing the message. So I got distracted. But anyways, same thing. Write down what you're grateful for. Put it in the comment. You can DM it to me if you want to. I'll read all your messages. I'll even respond. Give you an uplifting beat. If you need a little bit more insight, I got you. You're not in it alone. So take your time. Breathe through it all. Do what you can and release it to God. Because everything's going to be okay. So, once again, thank you guys for joining me. It's your girl, Aaliyah. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow me on my Facebook page, Aaliyah Redding, Instagram, Nubian Queen 444, and TikTok, _Nubian Queen 444. Thank you guys for joining. I hope you all have a blessed day. Mwah, mwah. And again, remember, live in that high frequency, breathe through the chaos. Everything's going to be okay. Love you all.